Do you ever find yourself scrolling on your phone, seeing all of these girls with super thick, long, healthy, shiny hair and think to yourself, why doesn't my hair look like that? One tells you to marinate your scalp in oil, and another swears by DIY methods, and another tells you that all you need are the top-notch, pricey products for in the shower. In today's video, we are cutting through the noise in the hair community to reveal why you are not getting the same results, the actual factors that go behind that hair, and what you can do to make your hair the best it's ever been without losing your mind in the process. Let's go. Chapter 1, the influencer illusion. At some point, we have all had that moment of envy. Those girls online with their effortlessly luscious hair making it seem so easy. Just use this shampoo, this miracle oil, air dry with a silk scarf that's allegedly life-changing, and boom, perfect hair. But no one seems to talk about the false expectation that if we follow the routine to a T, that we will eventually have Pinterest-worthy hair like theirs. But that's not always how it works. Age sadly plays a huge role in how our hair looks and behaves, and I really hate saying that because we are actually blessed to be aging, but it doesn't mean that with age that some cons don't come with that. Most of these influencers with this picture perfect hair are under the age of 30, which means their hair is in its prime. Your hair, it naturally grows faster, thicker, and healthier in your teens and 20s. It has a bit more wiggle room to sort of bounce back from the damage or a bad product routine, and it most certainly is going to see the benefits of a healthier one a bit sooner. After 30, your hair's growth cycle, it slows down, and some follicles even stop producing hair altogether. So if you're, let's say, in your 40s or more, wondering why your hair doesn't look exactly like a 24-year-old, it's because your hair is in a different stage of its life. And like your hair, you are too, and I bet you are much more appreciative of the life experience you have gained at your current age compared to when you were in your 20s. There are also a lot of hidden factors that can prevent you from your dream hair that we'll touch on in just a bit. But if you've tried getting that perfectly thick head of hair that so many of these girls have and are failing, a huge thing to consider is your genetics. Your genetics matter more than any product routine, as your genetics determine your hair type. Our hair is basically like a genetic lottery. So if a parent or grandparent has that lottery-winning, thick, luscious, can do anything hair, you are in luck. But if you're like me, not so much. My dream hair has always been natural waves with a coarse texture and a ponytail so massive that it snaps hair on sight, but I got stick straight, flat as a board, fine hair. Thank you, mom and dad. And I have spent years trying to make my hair something that it wasn't, that it just led to a lot of hair damage and frustration. Let's not forget the fact that the hair we see online is often enhanced with the magic of filters, 4K cameras, and professional lighting that, believe it or not, can take hours to set up. I have had to remind plenty of clients that want their hair lighter, brighter, or more shiny like the influencers they watch, that their hair is actually pretty spot on, and that if they bought some good lights and a better camera, their hair would look just as good. Not that I am advocating for you to do that, I'm just making a point because it's true. All of those things make a huge difference in the way people look on screen versus in real life. Also, many of these influencers have naturally actual thick hair. When it appears weak and thin, it's often due to things like excessive chemical services, heat styling, and poor care. So when they say, I grew my hair from thin to thick in 3 months, what they often mean is, I stopped damaging my thick hair, so now it looks better. While my hair is never going to be as naturally thick as my dream hair, it has thickened up quite a bit due to me working very hard at getting it healthy. It may not be as thick as I wish that it was, but I do feel like it's at its natural peak thickness. However, being in my mid-30s when I started this journey, it took, sadly, much longer than 3 months. It took well over a year, and it's something that I still work out every single day. I don't want you to think that overnight your hair is just gonna magically be healthy because you changed your routine. It takes dedication, patience, and most of all, time. Chapter 2, why hair looks better now than before. Another reason you feel that some of these girls have much better hair than you did perhaps at their age is that hair care itself has come a long way. We know so much more about hair science, which means that you have better access to information about what works and what doesn't work. The quality of hair care products has also skyrocketed. Products are way more advanced, ingredients are far more targeted, and brands overall, a lot of them are focusing now on actual hair health instead of just the styling aspects, things that we barely thought about when I first started doing hair 18 years ago. Chemical services have also evolved too. A lot of color and bleach services now have product options to help protect and preserve the integrity of your hair that definitely were not a thing at all when I first started doing hair. Stylist focused has also evolved as well. So back in the early days of my career, it was about getting what the clients, what they wanted, the look. It did not matter if their hair got fried because we got them what they wanted. Now it is very common to say no to certain requests if it gambles with the health of their hair and explaining a long-term plan that gets you what you want without compromising the health of your hair. So it's a much better route nowadays than it was years ago. So while you can't go back in time and stop your hair from ever getting damaged, you now have so many more options though to get your hair to its dream status. And before we get into the perfect routine for achieving that though, I am curious to know if you could magically fix one hair issue of yours forever, what would it be? Share it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys, the added conversation that you bring to each video. And if you are enjoying this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up so it spreads to somebody else who needs a good hair care plan. Chapter 3, how to get your dream hair, the care system. So if you've tried all of these gimmicky steps of rice water, never putting heat on your hair and so forth, let's not throw in your towel just yet because it is possible to get your own unique hair looking its healthiest, strongest, and most gorgeous self just the way it is meant to be. And that's exactly what my care system is all about. See, cleanse well. So your shampoo routine is like the foundation of your hair care house. If it is not solid and sturdy, everything else is going to fall apart. If your scalp is full of buildup, your hair won't thrive and your products won't be as effective. So first you wanna pick the right shampoo for your hair type. So lightweight for fine hair and extra hydrating for coarse hair. Fine hair doesn't require as hydrating of an ingredient and needs a lighter formulation to not leave product residue behind or weigh down the hair, where coarse hair is naturally more dry, so using a shampoo that's not properly formulated for coarse hair is gonna leave your hair feeling more rough and you will find it harder to manage when you go to style it. I'll leave in the description and pinned comment my favorite product options for both hair types if you're currently looking for anything. When washing, always use your fingertips to scrub your scalp in sections to get all of your scalp clean. You wanna start in the crown and back section of your head, as this is often where your hair tends to feel the most dirty, and then you can work your way into the sides. After that, you will lightly rinse out some of the suds from your hair. It doesn't have to be them all. Apply a little bit of your shampoo again and scrub again for a total of 2 shampoos. 2 shampoos allows you to get a full cleanse, meaning there are no traces of dirt or product buildup left behind. And remember, while a clean scalp sets your hair up for success, your ends don't require the same level of cleaning. Overwashing the ends of your hair can dry them out as they don't produce oil like your scalp. So focus on your scalp and not your ends when washing your hair. A, avoid high heat. There is a big misconception that any heat is bad for your hair. Many influencers avoid it like the plague, claiming that it is the key to over-the-top healthy hair. But here's the thing. for some of us, avoiding heat altogether actually does more harm than good. For example, when I let my hair air dry, it just falls flat. It is completely lifeless. It kind of already looks greasy, even though it's clean. It feels dirty as well. And I immediately do not feel good about myself because I don't like the way my hair looks. I end up washing it again the next day, even though I don't really need to. My ends then dry out from back-to-back shampoos, and I just feel like I wasted my time and stressed myself out, all because we are constantly told heat is bad for our hair. Heat, however, when used correctly, is a tool, not the enemy. It lets us style, smooth, add volume, curl, and tame frizz, all of the things that are often required for a good hair day. The real issue is excessive heat. This would be using your hot tools daily or multiple times a day, using heat temps higher than 400 degrees, or running your iron through the same strand of hair over and over. So when it comes to blow drying your hair, what you can do to minimize heat exposure is opt to use a medium heat setting over high. It is a simple and easy step that makes a long-term difference in your hair, and I can't recall the last time that I used any highest heat setting on any of the dryers that I have. If you're someone who uses a blowout brush, I really do like the setup of the Dyson Airwrap or SRI Style Wrap Pro. These both have the traditional options of high, medium, or low heat settings, where more classic blowout brushes, you can really only use them on the highest heat setting. Otherwise, you're gonna be there all day on the lower one, and they get incredibly hot. So Dyson and SRIs are great options for a safer blow dry. Taking the right size sections is key for getting even heat distribution when it comes to curling or flat ironing your hair. When your sections are appropriate in size, the lower heat temps work as you need them to. So when you are curling your hair, your sections should match the width of your curling iron, and when straightening, your sections should be less than 1 inch in thickness to allow the heat to work through the hair to create your desired look. Fine hair types, your max heat should be really no higher than a 360, and coarse hair, you do not ever want to go higher than 400. R, repair treatments. Okay, so this might be my most influencer moment, but I promise to keep it simple. Repairing your hair doesn't require 20 different products. 1 or 2 great products used consistently are better than a room full of half-used products. I have been, and I still am, a huge fan of K18. It is a game-changing product for rebuilding broken hair bonds from chemical services or heat damage. However, it is more designed, I feel, for more severe cases. It works like a charm, but if you use it wrong, it can leave your hair feeling dry and brittle, and it doesn't always leave it with that, oh my gosh, my hair feels so soft kind of feeling that we all love to have in our hair. So for a more well-rounded option, Redken's Acidic Bonding Concentrate. It is a powerhouse product. The entire line, it ticks all the right boxes. It repairs, hydrates, it leaves the hair feeling soft and silky. They also have options for fine hair too that won't leave your hair feeling quite as weighed down. So it's a really nice product line for basically any hair type. You also get quite a bit of product for the cost, and most of the options only require 5 minutes of your time when in the shower. So these options from Redken are applied in the shower, post shampoo, and are to be rinsed after their processing time, and I will link my favorites by each hair type in the description so you can find your perfect match. If you stay dedicated to using one of these products weekly or bi-weekly, you will see benefits, especially when following all of the care system. You will get everything your hair needs from an in-shower treatment. So remember that it is about being dedicated, being patient, and giving it time. E, eat clean. Last but certainly not least, eating clean is maybe the most important thing we can be doing for the health of our hair and our body. Eating clean isn't just about feeling good, it is about feeling great. We get one life and one body, and we really should treat it like the VIP that it is. And if you are really obsessed with having hair that makes heads turn, eating clean goes from optional to you better, especially as we age. Your hair is basically at the back of the line when it comes to getting nutrients. Your organs get the first slice of the pie, and your hair, well, it's kind of last on the list to be fed, which I personally feel like is just not fair, but that's how it is. So if you're not fueling your body, your hair will suffer, as well as other things internally, but externally it will show up in your hair more than you think. I have seen firsthand clients who changed their diets or they fixed nutrient deficiencies, and I could see a dramatic positive change in their hair. It's not an overnight fix, but the difference is real when you stick with it over time. Collagen and multivitamins are also a great way to kickstart getting the hair the nutrients that it needs. I prefer a powder collagen and a liquid vitamin these days, as I just feel that they're easier to get down versus swallowing like a ton of pills. And I pair these with a well-balanced diet that is key for feeding a healthy body. Clean eating helps your body absorb all the nutrients that it craves, and honestly, it is like a glow up for the body inside and out, including your hair. At the end of the day, the best hair is the healthiest version of your own hair. It is very easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, but we are all working with different genetics, ages, and hair histories. There's nothing wrong with wanting better hair, but your focus should be on realistic goals that actually work for your own unique hair type. If you're looking for more recommendations to get your dream hair that doesn't require excessive products or spending hordes of money, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.